Hello study buddies, welcome back to Scholar Point. So today we are gonna be discussing about resources on the basis of ownership, right? So in the last classes we have learned the other basis on which the resources can be classified. So today in this video we gonna study individual, community owned, national and international resources only, right? Yeah, so let's just take a quick recap of what we had learned, right? I'll be moving the slides and you see. Yes, let's get into the first type of resource, that is individual resource. Right? Let me try to annotate. Perfect. What are individual resources? The resources that are owned by private individuals. That means the resources which are owned by so and so person are called individual resources. For example, you can take land owned by a farmer. That land only belongs to that farmer, right? Then plantations, spatial lands, ponds, water and wells. These are in rural areas, right? Plantations, spatial lands, these all belong to a person, right? And then we have plots, houses, other properties owned by people in the city. That is urban areas. Now, this is what we learned in individual resources. What are individual resources that are owned privately by individuals are called individual resources. Now, let's go to community resources. Now, let's go to community resources, right? Yeah. So, community resources are the resources that are accessible by the members of the community. Okay. So members of the community have the right over these resources, and those kind of resources are what you call it community resources, right? Community resources. Now, yep. If we check here, village commons, we can take an example. This is in the rural areas, right? This is in the rural areas. So you kind rotis, right? Village commons we have like grazing grounds, burials, right? Then village ponds and public parks, picnic spots, playgrounds in urban areas. These all in urban areas. So I hope you got what I meant by individual resources, community resources, right? Now let's get into national resources and international. So for this, you need to understand a diagram. I'll be showing you that, no worries. But can you see this? See, this is a house owned by an individual. That's why it is known as individual resource. Then this is a community owned resource, what you call it, a public park, right? And then when it comes to international and national resources, this is a diagram that you need to get understand. Can you see this? It's territorial sea. Okay, so let's think that this will be the coastal boundary of the country. And from the country, the coastal boundary of the country to 12 nautical miles. nautical miles, then that part or that sea or that waters are known as territorial seas. Okay, these are known as territorial seas. That 12 nautical miles from the basin of the coastal boundary of that country is known as territorial sea. Okay, what makes me say you that is, can you see this? They are all the resources that belong to nation, right? They are all the resources that belong to nation. Examples you can take: roads, canals, railways, etc. Then we have minerals, water resources, forests, wildlife, which all lie in the country. Basically, all the resources which lie in the country are the national resources, right? The land within the political boundaries, these all are the national resources. Then territorial water, we just saw what is territorial water. What is territorial water? Yes, territorial water refers to the oceanic area up to 12 nautical miles. That is, this is old data. This is actually supposed to be 22. It is supposed to be 22.2 kilometers. 22.2 kilometers from the coast. The country has legal powers to acquire even private property for the public good. Right? So this is a highlighted point. The country has legal powers to acquire even private properties for the public good. Right? One mark-up question comes here, that which authorities get empowered by the government to acquire land? What you need to answer is urban development authorities. Clear? National resources are all the resources that belong to the nation. Clear? Fine. Now we don't have enough time, so let's go with the international resources. Okay? So can you see again the old image that I'm showing you? Right? You don't need to know about the contiguous zone here, but can you see here? Right? This is the territorial sea. After the territorial sea, what comes is, after the territorial sea, that means after the 12 nautical miles, from here to here, exclusive economic zone lies. Up to 200 nautical miles from the baseline. Okay, up to 200 nautical miles from the baseline, and after this 200 nautical miles, high seas occur, where the international institutions have special powers here. Okay, and no country can use any resources here. Right? No country can use any resources from here. Right? These are known as high seas. I hope you're clear with this image. See, this is also known as a national resource. Is a train, right? It's a public train. Right? So yeah, this is also a national property, is what we can say. Right? And then international resources are regulated by certain international institutions, as I said. These include the oceanic areas beyond 200 nautical miles, from the exclusive economic zone, which belong to the open ocean, and no individual country can utilize these without the concurrence of the international resources. Right? That means, don't confuse here. Exclusive economic zone is not regulated by the international institutions beyond the exclusive economic zone. That means beyond this, that is the high seas, are regulated by the international institutions. Okay, they're regulated by the international institutions, and no country can utilize these without the concurrence of the international institutions. Right? India has one example we can take. India has obtained the right to mine manganese nodules from the bed of Indian Ocean, from an area which it lies beyond the exclusive economic zone. Okay, up to here the 12 nautical miles finished. But here in the area of the deep seabed, from India, some manganese, what do you call it? Some manganese nodules are there here. Okay, some manganese nodules are there here. So India, India got a right to mine manganese nodules from the bed of Indian Ocean, which lies beyond the exclusive economic zone. This exclusive economic zone can be also written as EEZ. Okay, so yeah, this is what we learned in today's class, and I hope everything is clear until here. If you want to have it, just take a screenshot here because this image is really important for you, and this makes you clear that about we have studied until here what are the different type of categories on which the resources are classified, right? In the next video we will be seeing on the basis of development how we will be classifying the resources, right? Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Scholar Point. See you all next